Duramater and some crap. There's not a lot of good sheep brains in here, although I like that one. Alright.
Full of crap, apparently.
There you go. What did you say?
I said your sheep brain's full of crap.
Whole with Duramater. If this is labeled correctly, I have Duramater on this one.
I thought you said you could just use your hands.
I don't want to show off.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got a big Duramater. I'll show you guys something about that, but you can't go by the labels though. Alright, nothing in there I want. There. And I just need a pointer. Now remember, most of these sheep's brain they've been cut already.
Ooh, spooky. Doo-doo, ghost AP.
Okay, look at this. This is the spinal cord, and I can actually see the central canal right there. The pointer's in it. See that?
You just poked a hole. That's cheap.
You see that? Yep. That's the spinal cord with the central canal right there. And that means this is coming up into the medulla. And the pons. Wow, this pons is horrible, but it's right here. Here's the pons. Here's the medulla. This is a little bit better. He's been really handled a lot, just so you know. Here's the medulla. Here's the pons. Right here's the pons. Here's the cerebral peduncles. Cerebral peduncles. All right. Duramater, Piamater. This is Duramater, and I want you to feel how tough it is. Pretty tough stuff. All right. It used to be on top here. The Piamater is what makes this brain look glossy. You could peel it away. I don't really want you to. But it actually is what makes this brain look glossy. You can see it right on there. This used to be like that. Duramater on top. Someone peeled it off. I do want to show you something. Someone peeled off this Duramater. There's the pituitary gland right there. It's trapped in the Duramater. There's an optic nerve right there. It has Duramater around it as well, and there's the optic chiasm right there. So you can see this Duramater traps quite a few things. By the way, I can see the trigeminal nerve as well. Right here's the trigeminal nerve trapped in the dura. Trigeminal, pituitary, optic chiasm. All right. Next, medulla pons we did. Cerebral peduncles we did. You can see them right here. Cerebral peduncles, right there. Corpora quadrigemina. Turn this back. Turn it to the back like this. Look at that right there. Here's the superior colliculi. Here's the inferior colliculi. Superior colliculi, inferior colliculi. The other two are on the other half of the brain that aren't there. There's a whole brain. Now you can see all four of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? 2 superior colliculi, 2 inferior colliculi. Cerebellum. Cerebellum's right there.
What are those squiggly things between the corpora quadrigemina and the cerebellum?
Right here?
Yeah.
Cerebellar
Those
peduncles.
are
Yep, cerebellar. They've almost ripped through them. I'm trying not to. But those are cerebellar peduncles. Arborvitae. If you have a cerebellum that's already cut, and there's lots of them, look at the arborvitae right here. The white matter right there. All that arborvitae. Now the thalamus. Let me orient you here. This is the cingulate gyrus right here. This is the corpus callosum right there. See how it's a different color?
Oh, we both can't zoom.
That's good. This is the cingulate gyrus. This is the corpus callosum. This right here, septum pellucidum. I don't want to press too hard. I'll press through it. I would bust right through that. And where would I be? The lateral ventricle. I do want you guys to bust through that septum pellucidum right there and look in there and see a mass of dark red, grainy junk. It's the corollary plexus. You're going to say it looks like dry blood. It is blood, and it's kind of dry, kind of wet, but, kind of dry wet. It dried out because the brain was dead. And then it got wet again when we soaked the brain in formalin. But it's choroid plexus of the lateral ventricle. But I don't want to push through your septum pellucidum. I want you guys to do that. All right? Now, I can see the interthalamic adhesion right there. Well, let me see.
We can't see it on the screen.
Let me make sure for me, and then I'll show you. Okay, let me find it first. Golly, yeah, that has to be it. All right, can you guys see right? Nope.
No.
How come?
Focus.
Far in.
Blurry.
There. There.
Okay, I think that's the interthalamic adhesion right there. Right there. Which makes this whole thing the thalamus. Right here. Which makes this whole thing the hypothalamus right here. Now look at this is part of the epithalamus. Matter of fact, that's the pineal gland. This is superior colliculi, that's inferior colliculi. That's pineal. Right there. I can't see the habenula. You guys might be able to, I'm not sure. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. I just crushed it a little bit. Try not to crush it. If you crush it, you're going to not be able to see everything. But that's pineal right there. These are the superior and inferior colliculi right there. There's the pineal. There's the interthalamic adhesion that makes that the thalamus. That makes this the hypothalamus. There is no pituitary hanging off of here because it's right here. Here's the pituitary. Right there. See, when they rip the dura mater off of this, they rip the pituitary off. That's the pituitary right there. Right there. Can you guys see that? Yeah, right here. Right here's pituitary. Let me see. The mammillary body, likely on here. This is the optic chiasm. That's not the mammillary. Be careful of that. That's optic chiasm. Okay, this one doesn't have a good mammillary. This one's all right. Well, it's not great. Here's the optic chiasm right here and here. There's the optic chiasm right there and there. This one doesn't have a great mammillary either. But I'm not saying mammillary is here either. They'll be right there and right there. That's where they'll be. And you might say to yourself, right there it is, and I kind of think it might be, but I'm not positive. I need another brain. Maybe. Ooh. Oh. No wonder. It's kind of flipping around. Ooh. No, I don't know. It came off. I don't know if it is or not. Sorry. All right, the longitudinal cerebral fissure, that's easy. That's this. I know I haven't found a mammillary body for you yet. The transverse fissure, that's easy. That's between the cerebellum and the rest of the brain. Transverse fissure. Transverse fissure right here. Longitudinal cerebral fissure. The cingulate gyrus, that's easy. We already did that right here. Corpus callosum, we did that already. That's that right there. Remember, I did poke through your septum pellucidum. I did not. Lateral ventricle. When you poke through the septum pellucidum, you'll be in the lateral ventricle. That's where you're going to be. So how do you get to the lateral ventricle? Poke through the septum pellucidum. Now the septum pellucidum's not there anymore. So I'm going to have to find a brain and put a pin in it and say, name that membrane, and you'll say septum pellucidum. Cerebral aqueduct. You probably can see that. Yeah, it's right here. You see when you're high enough? Here's the cerebral aqueduct. Now remember, what you're really doing is going from this space right here down through. That is it. That's the cerebral aqueduct. And then here's the fourth ventricle down here. This is the fourth ventricle. fourth, this is cerebral aqueduct. The third is in space. The second's behind that septum pellucidum.
So the third's behind the thalamus?
Well, the third
No.
is in between the two thalamic nuclei, remember.
Okay.
Remember how because remember the interthalamic adhesion goes right through the third ventricle.
Okay.
Remember of the ventricle thing that has a hole in the middle of the third ventricle? Remember, it's not really a hole, it's really where the interthalamic adhesion runs. So where's the third? In between the two thalamic lobes. In between those. And then when you poke through the septum pellucidum, you'll see a good choroid plexus. Vertebral artery and basilar artery should be easy. Not on this one. Not on this one. Some of these, what you'll have is you'll have your basilar artery. It'll be right here. It'll be right here. And you'll see two arteries coming into it, and it'll be your vertebral arteries. I'm not going to get more brains out, but when you guys have these out, I'll walk around and say, yeah, that's your vertebral and that's your basilar artery. All right? So that'll be that. Go ahead.
You think this might still be attached to the dermal artery?
They might be, yeah. They certainly could be. So I'm not going to get more brains, but they're not on this one I have up here though. I just looked at it. All right, so that's orient you anyway. That orients you to the sheep brain. You guys can work on that a little bit, and I'll walk around and help you.